Hello, everyone. Welcome to In This Space, the podcast that will give you suggestions on what to do when you're not so sure of what to do. We have all been there, right? So each episode, we will highlight ways how you can earn money. We will also tell you about places that you can go. And we will tell you ways how you can live a transformative, thriving life. I'm your Triple T coach in travel, transformation, and thriving. My name is Sasha-gaye McTaggart-Francis, and I am the host of In This Space. In this show, it's not about only one way of earning. If it is that you are doing 3 things, you can do it. And so I want, if there's an aspiring accountant or an aspiring travel business owner, what determines whether you succeed or fail in this industry. It's that time again when we gather for another episode of In This Space podcast. We have joining us on the section of the Earn, we have Miss Trishana Davis. She is a single mother, travel business owner, and chartered accountant. But I won't give it all. So Miss Davis, please tell the audience a little about yourself.
Hi, my name is Trishana Davis. As you heard it, I am a chartered accountant by profession. I'm also a travel business owner. I've been in the accounting field for over 20 years, and I've been doing this travel business since the last 6 years. I'm located in Kingston, Jamaica, and I love the space that I'm in. I am also a church goer. I love the Lord. I love Christ. I love to help children, and I also am highly involved in charity.
Wonderful, many things. So the travel business that you have been doing for 6 years now, right?
Yes.
Tell us how and why did you get started?
Well, for me, I was pretty obedient to everything my parents taught me to do back then. You always hear, go to school, get those good grades, go and get a good job. So I did exactly that. I went to university, did a degree, did a master's, was actually climbing the corporate ladder, thinking that I could have been able to clear, some debts like my student loan. I'm a single mom, so, education also was an expense. I did start a traditional accounting business, but was still struggling to meet ends financially, especially being Jamaica. We know that things is a little bit challenging here,
Definitely.
Especially being a single mom. So I came across this opportunity from a friend of mine who's a justice of the peace. And so it made sense to me because in this day and age, multiple streams of income is no longer something that you feel like you want, it's a need. And so I had to open my mind to opportunities that would yield me additional streams of income, hence the reason why I did get my travel business started.
So you started on a part-time basis?
Yes, I did. I was in the accounting field at the time at a major university in Jamaica for over 10 years.
But now you're doing your own thing, right?
I'm doing my own thing.
Right, awesome. I want the audience to know just how many ways that we can earn from the travel business. This is a business that both myself and Miss Davis is a part of, and there are several ways to earn in the travel business, and she will tell us just how many ways there are.
It's super elated to know that within this travel space, you're able to capitalize on up to 8 streams of income. So can you imagine, I do have a traditional business that I'm getting income from, but I also am able to add an additional 7 streams of income.
So those 7 streams, so just give us an overview. I know that the business, it's 2 parts. However, with the travel side, commission is already built in place. However, the other section of the business gives you the other 7 streams of income. So I know you can't go in detail, but can you give us an overview of those other streams of income, Ms. Davis?
Okay, so with the other side of our travel segment of our business, we're able to empower other persons to get their own travel business started. So I'll say pretty much open a travel franchise for yourself. In order to do that, you're going to be able to capitalize on direct sales commission when you would have empowered someone to get started in this business. And you're also able to capitalize on what we call a 50% check match when those persons would have empowered someone else to get started in the business. We have access to team bonuses. We do have access to travel commission overrides. We have access to matrix commission overrides. And we also have access to a directorship bonus along with residual income.
Yes, it is an empire that you are building within the travel industry. Because since I have been a part of it, yes, I do have a team. Yes, I do book travel, but I'm also an author. I'm also a podcaster. And so the travel business is wide and far, and there is so much that you can earn and learn from the space. You are also an accountant, Miss Davis. How did that get started? Is it that you had a passion for accounting all along? Or it's just like you said, oh, this is a safe job? Why did you start?
No, so for me, growing up, I always wanted to tour the world, actually. That has been my childhood dream. I always wanted to be a tour guide manager. But then when I started going to school, I realized that I have a passion for business. So when I did my first set of business exams, I was highly successful. So my aunt at the time said, listen, I think you're good at this. And so I ventured into business, did a degree in business, did a master's in accounting. And she was actually right, because I was able to top my master's cohort when I did my master's in business as well. So I've developed a love for accounting. I started my accounting journey from I was about 19 years old. And I find that it's something that I love to do. I love to solve problems. I love to figure it out. I love to help people. I like numbers. And so for me, it was just more than a job, but also a passion.
That's good to hear. You know, there was a time where I didn't have a passion. So when persons tell me about their passions, I'm just so happy about it. What determines whether someone succeeds or fail in the travel industry? And since you're also an accountant for over 20 years, right?
Yes.
What determines if someone succeeds or fail in accounting? Because in this show, it's not about only one way of earning. If it is that you are doing 3 things, you can do it. And so I want, if there's an aspiring accountant or an aspiring travel business owner, what determines whether you succeed or fail in this industry?
What I'll definitely say, it doesn't matter what industry you're a part of, it begins with your mindset.
Definitely.
I believe you can do anything that you set your mind to achieve. For me, I always say the sky is not the limit. So if you have the ambition, if you have the drive to succeed, then guess what? Get up and go succeed. It can work if you decide that it is going to work. So there's no failure for me, because everything, once you fail, there's a lesson learned. So just get up, fix your mindset, and let's go.
You heard it. So if it is that someone wants to start their travel business today, or say they want to become an accountant, what would you advise them to focus on in the first 90 days of business? What they have to do in that first 90 days? What would you advise them?
So I'd say if you decide to start your travel business, within the first 90 days, I would say you focus on putting your business out there, conceptualizing, right? So decide your niche, who you're going to market to, get educated in the industry while you're earning from the industry. One of the beautiful things we love about the travel industry is that all the tools, all the resources, they're already in place for you to have a successful business. So once you get started, you focus on those resources. You also get a coach. So a coach will be there to guide and mentor you through the first 90 days of your business. I mean, they will be there for you for the entire lifespan of your business, but you stay close to your coach, follow their guidance, and focus on what we consider income producing activities. Because a lot of time persons start a business and they do a lot of things that not really generating income. So you definitely want to focus there, because I know once you start a business, you're thinking about making a profit. And the faster you're able to regain your capital investment, I'm pretty much sure that's some motivation for you. So focus on income producing activities, anything that will generate an income in your business. Now, when I think about the accounting field, it's a little bit different because it's more traditional, right? So once you're thinking about getting an accounting business started, of course, you'd have to have the level of skill set that is required, but you can start small. Even if it's that you have one client, choose one area of accounting that you like and you can start from there. So let's say you're good at doing bookkeeping, then focus on bookkeeping as you continue to expand, as you grow and learn within the accounting industry.
Yes, this show is all about thriving and living that free and fulfilling life. So if someone out there listening, they want a more free and fulfilling life, what is one courageous step that they can take this week?
So this week, I would say if you're there wavering and thinking or doubting, get rid of fear. It is false evidence that appears real. Get it out of your mind. And as I said earlier, you can do anything that you put your mind to. So if you're wavering, if you should start something, guess what? The hardest step is to start. So I would say start. It doesn't matter how small, it does not matter, just start. The journey of 1,000 miles, it begins with just that one step. Do not focus on the 99 step. Focus on the first step and then you take it day by day.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Shoshana, for joining us today. I'm going to let you have this opportunity to tell our audience how it is that they can reach you, and if it is that you have any upcoming projects or anything that you would like to share with them that they can be a part of.
Okay, you may find me on all social media handles. So if you should reach me, you can look for me on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. I also have a website, so you can visit our website at www.yacsdoitright.com. Now, upcoming for us, we are about to have a workshop for accounting individual, especially that is tax time now. You definitely want to tune in at that. The date is to be announced though, so we'll definitely be sharing it on our social media platform as soon as possible. So this is definitely for the persons who don't know how to file their taxes, what documentation they need, because of course we know we're in tax season here in Jamaica. Now, as it relates to travel, listen, we're always having opportunity for you to travel around the globe, so let's go.
Thank you so much. As customary, I will say stick and stay. So for our next episode, we will have Miss Anisha Rose, Wealthy Annie, the pipping boss herself. She will be telling us about the Forex market. It has been a buzz, and she will be telling us the deets. Is the Forex market worth it? Can we do it? Can we thrive in it? And so join us next time on In This Space. Why travel alone? Book a trip with your best partner. Book your romantic vacation and book it at an adults-only resort. Here are a few hotels that are adults only. No children allowed. Meet me in Jamaica, November 27 to 29, 2026, when SGMF Travel Services host Couples Retreat 2026, My Marriage, My Blessing. It will be hosted at the Couples Tower Isle Resort, one of our adults-only resorts. So bring your partner. Bring your spouse, November 27 to 29, 2026. The cost is US $995 or Jamaican 160,000 per couple. Payment plans are available and we are now accepting reservations. Book and secure your spot today. Persons are often afraid of change because they say it's hard. Staying stagnant is hard. Staying poor is hard. Staying unhappy is hard. I choose the hard for growth. Choose your hard. We're now at the end of this show in this space podcast. Thank you so much for joining us today. We'd like to thank our sponsors, FS Media Production, SGMF Travel Services, SGMF Train and Coach, G2 Global Trading Company Limited. Thank you all for being on board with us in this space podcast, the show that tells you what to do when you're not so sure of what to do. See you next Saturday.